Mohammed, a father of two, also known as Mai Keke, is currently at large after allegedly raping his two daughters, aged 2 and 9, in the Bosso area of Minna. Reports indicate the girls have endured prolonged molestation. Family members reportedly shielded Mohammed initially to prevent stigma. The 9-year-old girl, aware that her father was also abusing her 2-year-old sister, remained silent due to threat. The father had warned he would kill her if she exposed him. Another man in the area allegedly exploited the situation, repeatedly sexually abusing the 9-year-old after sending her on errands. The father reportedly did not intervene due to his own involvement. Sources state the grandmother sought justice for both the father and neighbor, but the grandfather refused, leaving the matter to divine intervention. Niger State Ministry of Women Affairs officials Mary Yisa and Rachel Twaki expressed devastation. They confirmed the case, noting the 9-year-old initial silence due to threats and how the mother's protection of the father led to the neighbor's exploitation of the child. Makusudi Suleiman, Child Protection Officer for the Niger State Child Rights Protection and Enforcement Agency, confirmed Mohammed is still at large, but the agency is pursuing his arrest. Kilejaye Olasun Kami, Project Director for GPCI, condemned the incest and as a crime against humanity, urging swift apprehension and prosecution. What would make a father desirous of his 9-year-old child and his 3-year-old daughter? What are your thoughts on this report?
Atara is so pathetic. It's so devastating that a mother, what is the side attraction? A father. What is a father looking, what would be the side attraction of from a 3-year and even a 9-year-old child? Even if it is a 20-year-old or 30, from your own child, your own biological child, it's so bad, it's so fermented. The system is so porous, and it's as if as the day goes by, this generation owes apology to Sodom and Gomorrah for all these atrocities. It's still very, 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 very ridiculous, and even threatening to, after you made adventure into your 9-year-old daughter, you're still looking at your 3-year. That means if he sees a day-old child, he wants to. So it's that bad, and it's that bad. I think on my own part, it is not on a clear basis anyway, because there's.
What do you mean it's not on a clear basis?
On a clear basis, a normal sane man. A normal sane man would not adventure into that. Either, I think he has a problem with his psyche, and he has a problem with his psyche, or maybe because I don't want to look at it from a diabolic basis, because you know, when we start giving appraisals to the diabolic means, it means we're making the other part look so superior than nature. So it is not a diabolic base, because even if it is diabolic, it is is prone to want to disapprove it, or to detach oneself from it.
Right.
So it is not it, and
you know, why do you think this man was being covered through this whole situation? The grandmother wanted to report the situation. The grandfather left it to divine intervention. Their mother covered the situation because of the stigma involved, people knowing. Why the cover-up of this whole event?
That is,
why do people see the need to cover family members when such things happen in the society?
You see, the problem we have in this present so-called modernity or civilized era is that we think that it is our child. It is my child. The word is my child. Those days, prior to this time, in the African society, a child does not belong to the parents. It belongs to the society. So that's why you could see anybody could discipline the child and nothing will happen. That's why you see, even if you see up to some parents, even in their husband's house, you see their aged parents will come back and still scold them, even with their kids, and they'll still be loyal. But these days, you see, everybody thinks his child to be what? a giant, a leopard of a child, and on that basis, you think that it is your, and when it spills out, because honestly, according to an adage being given, he said, when a thing gets spoiled, it will smell.
Mm.
It will smell. Just give it a time. You cannot cover it. Once it gets spoiled, it will smell. So for them to see that it is their own, is their property, is their concern, and you're covering, grandmother will cover up, grandfather will cover up. That means it did not start from that day, from that period when this whole thing started. That means it is an age-long tradition, and that is why a popular idiom says that there are many days for the thief, one day for the owner. So it is not just this, because for the parents, for the grandparents to be covering up, it did not just start that day, and
right.
and at such, so the law has caught up with him. So it's that bad.
So currently now, the man is not. He hasn't been found. He's run away. Do you think that everybody that acted as an accomplice, as it were, knowing and covering up the mother of the children, because these are little children, a 3-year-old child, you know that your partner, your spouse, your husband is abusing that child, do you think that these other people should stand trial, or they should take the, the bait for the role they played in the cover-up of this particular situation until it got to this point? You see that when you look at the story of the older daughter that is 9-year-old, the neighbor decided to replicate the same move simply because the neighbor is aware that the father does that and nobody has reported. And nobody could equally report it. The father knew about it, but he couldn't report the neighbor because he himself is doing the same action. Do you think that for people that knew about this and shielded and covered it, they should also get a charge and punishment for that?
After repeatedly I've been saying this, that in curbing or eradicating crime, totally, there should be, in scenes like this, if the suspect, if the main accomplice,
right,
if the suspect is being found guilty, maybe jailed for 5 years, this so-called accomplice, which will be charged as accomplice, because including the wife, the grandparents, and whoever is aware and shielded this from the populace, or from the law enforcement agencies, those same person should be arrested, should be also jailed for 10 years. Theirs should be more than this, because they've been covering this crime. And who knows, if they've only shot them, who knows how many names this young man must have cost. And going forward, if not that this came to book, how many that he would have also done. They also made accomplish his for him to have moved and all that. So
right,
that they have said that they can't see him. So maybe they have also shielded him for him to take off. So it is a collective crime, all inclusive.
right.
So from the grandparents, the wife, and whosoever is aware of this tragic event, occurrence, should be apprehended.
For the longest of times, we have a few years ago, I think last year or so, or early this year, the Minister of Women Affairs has, probed to say that we get the capital punishment for rapists, right? That rapists should get the capital punishment. During your last analysis, you talked about how maybe even if it's a 5-year term, I think last week someone was jailed for sexually abusing a minor. The minor was about 7 or 8, and he got about 12 years. So you are in charge of making this law where this punishment for rape is given. What do you think the time frame of punishment should be? Would you fall into the capital punishment for rape? Would you give a year preference, or will you go for castration?
Okay, on this now, based on how it is, I think 12-15 years is okay. 15 years is okay for now. Looking at the level of it, it's not just a rape of maybe an adult,
right?
If it's an adult, okay, we would have, one could say maybe 5-10 years. an adult. But this is a minor, not just a minor, your own minor. It's a personal base, and not just one person. You've been attempting both the 3 years and the 9 years child. It is diabolic. So I believe he should even be castrated on that part. Then the accomplice, I see them as accomplice, the grandparents, and maybe the wife, and whosoever, maybe the neighbor, or whosoever that is aware of this.
Oh, the neighbor was aware, and he decided to also take advantage of the 9-year-old.
Okay,
so he also is part of the crime itself.
The neighbor or the neighbors, depend on how whosoever have been covering this. Whosoever have been covering this also should be apprehended, and maybe there should be 15 to 20 years, because I see, and she should serve as a bait for others that we want to see, because for the neighbor to be aware and to take another advantage, it means that he saw it as a way forward. We saw this as a rite of passage, because why will a father, the father is taking the 3-year-old, you are taking the 9-year-old. So you guys have colonized the family, you've shared it. So the neighbor should be castrated in line with the father. Right. Then the grandparents and whoever is an accomplice is aware of this and has curbed it should also go.
Thank you so much for your insight.